Bienvenido a nuevo episodio de
Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. I'm Fern, here with Joel, Ryan, Mike, and our hardworking, color-popping, Gyp industry changing guests are none other than David Martinez, commercial manager, Mauricio Crespo Malo, director of operations with Malima Ecuador.
Well done, Fern.
Thank you.
Well, wouldn't it be Dos Gordos in Spanish?
Yes, but I had to switch right there. I almost said Jeff Fresh Flowers.
Yeah. I think it should be Dos Gordos.
It wasn't a practice intro. This is this takes some work, guys. I know it sounds effortlessly.
Last second.
Absolute last second switch. But I can improve on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get us a Spanish intro.
It's good. Well, welcome our esteemed guests to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
These guys are changing the game.
They are changing the game.
Why are they changing the game?
Because they had the cojones. They had the balls to step out on the wild side and create something that the industry, especially the wedding and event industry, craved, which is pre-made garlands. And then they took those pre-made garlands and they started color and enhancing them. And
glitter and rainbow.
They can fix any color craving that is required for a wedding or event. Now, the Gyp garlands, when they come out of the box, it doesn't look the same as if somebody sat there for 12 hours and made it themselves.
But who has 12 hours?
Yeah, nobody has 12 hours. So this is the way to do it. And they come in 5-foot lengths. Is that right?
5 and 10 foot.
5 and 10 foot lengths. But you could just tie them together all you want, right?
Yeah,
you leave extra string at the end, right?
Yeah. Either way, you can cut them if you want to shortage them. You can do it as well, and it wouldn't drop off.
See that? So why don't you explain to us exactly where you were at the moment you had this idea to do that, and who was talking to who, and everyone probably thought, you're crazy. It won't work. You're wasting your time. All the things that, they said to like the guys from Apple when they invented the iPhone, right? You're crazy. That shit won't work. I just feel like you had a great idea and you moved on it. And I think it'll be an interesting story to hear about that part. And, obviously, like everything else, when you do something cool, everybody imitates you and everybody tries to copy or maybe even come out with the next new big thing. But I think that you have the brand behind you and you have the many years of experience behind you. But I'd love for you guys to tell the story. I think people would really like to hear that. And I'm sure the conversation will flow really good from there, right?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, great.
Wait. You need to drink a little bit.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers,
mate.
Thanks for being on, guys.
Moment.
Yeah, the more you drink, the more you let the juices flow, right?
We get the top secrets that way.
Mike's like, get them drunk and I get all the chisme.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys. It is nice to be here. I feel like in home. Let me tell you that it's always good to share with you guys. And this is our first experience doing this kind of podcast, which I consider a fun way to introduce flowers and this new idea, or the idea that we have almost 1.5 years ago when we start doing the garlands as a something.
No, but where were you guys? You were at a restaurant. You were sitting in the office. How did this whole thing come down? Or did you see it on social media and say, we can do this?
From the commercial side.
Came from the commercial side. We were in Quito. We are from Cuenca, so we were in Quito just on the expo floor. Last show in Quito, we visiting some customers, and someone came and said, "Hey, do you do garlands?" And I say, "What is that?" To be honest, I didn't know what was that at that point, and they explain us what it is, and they show us a little
That was one
what
of
they
your
were
wholesaler accounts, one of your importer accounts. What
this
kind
one is someone who is just in events, so they just focus on weddings and properly events. So they are not actually a wholesaler.
Mm-hmm.
They are in the event business. So we were there, and that was the first time I met them. They have office in Ecuador as well as here in United States, and I say, well, let's see if we can do it. But I found this like very interesting. So one day I took from farm two bunches, two small bunches, and I said, let's see how it works this. And I took them at home. And
You did it in your living room.
almost
The kitchen.
In the kitchen.
with my wife.
Yeah.
And then the next day I came to Mauricio, who is sitting next to me right now, and say, hey, bro, let's see if we can do this.
Yeah.
And he support the idea so much. I will say that if he probably wouldn't trust on the idea, we wouldn't do it, to be honest, because
But you guys were the first to do it in Ecuador, Gyp Farm. You're the first Gyp Farm to do it?
I'm not pretty sure, to be honest, on that, but we start doing, and now we have like one step forward on that area. We have daily shipments of this product to the United States. Now we are also
How many
shipping to-
people do you have on a daily basis manufacturing garlands, specifically garlands?
Well, maybe 5 to 10, depending on the
How
demand.
many garlands can one person, or how many feet of garland can one person produce in a day?
Don't remember exactly, but it takes
Más
a
o
lot.
menos.
It takes a
Más
lot
o
of time. I don't know, like
It's cool to know to compare.
2 hours.
Yeah. It's got to be something like that, right?
Almost 2 hours each.
2 hours each.
2 hours per foot?
No,
No.
per piece.
Per
Right.
5 foot
the five-
piece.
Per five. So
The
2
5 foot.
hours to manufacture 5
Yeah.
Yeah.
feet of garland.
Holy shit, that's very time consuming.
That's a very
Yeah.
labor intensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, did you have like identified people that are really good at that and that's their specialty and you give them that assignment every day?
They got like professional doing that, so they experience themselves
Yeah.
in this, so
Yeah.
they can manage the product in a adequate way. They know how to choose, how to tie, how to make it good, to fill the gaps on the.
I would imagine the ones that you do at rainbow colors, the color enhanced that are rainbow, that's got to be the most time consuming of all.
For
right?
sure.
Yeah, that's in tinted in dye area. That's
We
the
at
star.
Jet Fresh don't say tinted.
How
We
do you
feel
say?
that tinted sounds cheap.
It's a terrible word.
We say color enhanced because it sounds a little bit
Yeah,
more
It's a
fancy.
little
So it's-
fancy.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for that update. Yeah. So colors in hands, as you said, it is our rock star. The rainbow is the best seller in Europe, especially. Nowadays, we're introducing the colors as well here in United States, and it's going great. It's going good, and we are happy to.
But your list of available colors is very extensive. Like they have very Perry. They have like certain they have teal, but they have teal in 3 different shades. They have
Wow.
Yeah, they've really gotten a lot. How many different flavors do you have? You're like Baskin and Robbins. You have 32 flavors.
Yeah, we are nowadays 13 solid colors plus 18 rainbows. And we can also do some multicolors matching the colors that we have. We can make it.
Yeah, you
into
have
one.
like the ombre and the gradients ones that you guys
Yeah,
do.
so you can mix them up.
And you could add glitter.
Yeah, we can add either silver,
Gold.
gold. We can either
So
make
Christmas must be crazy with that.
Yeah, but that's actually it. Last year, 2023 Christmas time was really good because we can like supply with different choices, and they looks good. We've seen that a customer use it as to make the Christmas tree with garlands. So
So are
can
you
have them,
gonna
like,
take
different colors?
You're gonna tie like little silver balls to it for
Like the ornaments.
Christmas
Silver
garlands?
bells.
Yeah, I give you that idea for free, no charge.
Thank you.
But that would be cool to get like those small little balls.
Just include a little baggie of them, and they decorate them themselves.
Yeah, but you don't want to export anything in a baggie.
No, true.
Yeah, not a good idea.
I think the greatest thing about the garlands isn't just the colored options, it's how uniform it is.
Yeah.
It's the same length, the same thickness throughout the whole thing, whether you bought 5 feet, 10 feet, or 50 feet in 5 different boxes, you know. It's all very uniform. I think that's really awesome.
What would be your recommendation for an event florist that receives these garlands from you? How do they revive them? How do they perk them up? How do they get them to look like they're supposed to after they were packed in a box and put on a truck and put on a plane and then put on another truck? You know, they get a little flat, right? So what's the best recommendation you have to make them what they looked like in the showroom before you packed them?
Great, that's a great question, and always people comes and say, how can I get it back to show? So as you said, it comes like kind of splash at the beginning. Then you can take them out from the box. The most important thing is to keep them in the
cold chain.
The cold chain, yeah, it is very important. While
you're reviving them, they need to be in the cold chain. They can't be at room temperature.
No. The reviving it will be at the room temperature, but the cold
But before
chain,
the usage, it is important to keep it on the cooler.
to keep it cold
So
as long as possible.
Yeah. As soon as you're gonna use it, you take them out. You can say someone to hold from the other side, and you can start shake it out. Yeah, you shake them.
So just shake them. It does. They don't need to fear that they're going to break it or fall apart.
Not at all.
It's strong enough to shake.
We use them in Vegas for the show in Vegas, and they got ropes at the end, not like little strings. They're like legit ropes with hooks.
They're not dental floss.
And Casey, Pinky, and I were at Vegas, literally whipping this thing around to get this flushed out and full. But here, I'll show you the picture.
And did it happen for you?
So I don't know how. It's one of those things. It's like you ever order a mattress in the box, one of those mattress in a box websites?
That's a hell no.
So those mattresses literally come in a little box, and once you open it, there's no way you get it back in that box.
Right.
It's the same thing with these.
They suck all the air
come in a
out.
little box, and once you fluff them up, it's like, how did they fit that in that box?
Okay.
We made a boxing ring in Las Vegas for the fight night boxing thing. We used the garlands as the ropes from the boxing ring.
Yeah.
We had the red and the blue, the garlands, and it matched the backdrop in the back.
Yeah, and for the ones that are not looking at that picture, it looks very nice, and it is thanks to the shaking thing.
Yeah.
So you don't need to mist them with water.
No.
You just need to shake them out.
Shake them out. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep
And
them cold until you're going to use them, and then shake them out. You're good to go. Ryan, when you shook it out, was it like instant? You're like, holy cow, this thing's puffy, or
It was pretty similar when you like shake a bunch of Gyp out. You give it a good twist, and like it
All of a
fluffs up
sudden
pretty
it's like,
quick.
wow.
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay.
quick.
That's
I think
cool.
overnight it definitely kind of fluffed out a little bit more, but
So the baby's breath like naturally kind of like stands up after it was pushed down. Just being out in the air, it just opens up.
It opens up and remains.
So there's no water necessary, no spritzing,
No.
spraying, nothing. Just
No, actually, no. The spray over the flower will go against the flower.
okay.
Yeah.
makes sense.
And one of our difference as a producer, our Jeep is the most open one and lasts longer. So in the garlands, I think that's when you can see even more the difference.
is it
A garland from us it's more different than the normal Jeep from others.
is it a specific variety that's used, like Overtime or Million Star or one of those ones?
Excellence.
Excellence. There you
Excellence.
Yeah, we crop excellence, so we do everything with excellence. Plus, we also do million stars as well. But garlands, we normally do in excellence.
Yeah, it has a bigger flower.
go. Yeah, that's why I asked.
Makes
The big bloom is
Yeah,
the proper one
makes
to
a
do it.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I thought that was a game changer the first time I saw it. I was like, what
The
a
garland? Yeah.
smart idea. And now there's like 5 or 6 different Gyp farms doing it. I
Nowadays,
guess.
I think that there are another ones doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I guess that the first who kicks.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone follows.
Right. Yeah, no.
Well, you had
We
that
see that
really
all the
nice.
time.
They had that really nice display in Ecuador, so people saw that there, and I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
Not just that. Mauricio and his team were in AIFD in Chicago last year. The ball of the wholesale tables, everyone was stopping at their table. What is this? How'd you do this? Where do I get this?
Thanks for mentioning that. That was a good experience that we had. We saw in one of the main stages using the garlands, and we've seen some angels made by garlands.
Nice.
Some decoration on dresses and everything. So it was good. And I consider that this kind of the way how you can use the product, as you may see in that time, as a dress, it is one of the many options that garland has, because it's very flexible. It's very easy to use it. Of course, save a lot of labor. You can take them in any color. So everyone that, for instance, you can choose in light red color as well as hot pink. Yeah. So the good thing is that garlands, I will say Gyp, the colors in hand Gyp, it is one of the products that you can use anytime.
So the garlands, if you get garlands, you could also get bunches of baby's breath.
Of course.
In the same exact color.
Exactly.
And that way you can use it throughout the event. It doesn't need to be just garland, or you could just get everything can match.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, which I think is important, because the baby's breath in events is a huge thing right now.
I was going to say, the trend is coming back with baby's breath.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
Do you guys know that?
Hanging it from the ceilings.
I've noticed that,
and
I've noticed
you ready?
Yeah. So when did you decide to start color enhancing Gyp? Because that was also something. Gyp is one of the oldest products, I can think about, right? You think about roses and, Gyp. Roses and Gyp goes hand in hand, babies and pacifiers.
Well, florists have been spraying it with flower paint forever, but it doesn't come out unless they're airbrushed.
Correct.
So
it doesn't come out as well as he does.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't spray them. We make them with absorption. So
all is absorption.
All is absorption.
That's
wow,
the reason
I didn't know that.
So you get really good coloring without the burnt edges. You know how some people overcolor and the flowers burn?
There's no color on the bottom of the stem.
No.
Yeah, there's no.
It
And
looks
So
really
that's
natural.
why I thought
How'd
they
you
were
do that?
airbrushed.
Yeah, how'd you do that? Or we can't talk about that.
That is a secret.
Talk about that one.
Come on.
If I tell you, I have to kill you.
we just focus on the result.
Oh, you blew I did not know it was color absorption. I really thought it was
No.
color
Me
enhanced
too.
airbrush.
Absorption.
No.
Only because
Absorption.
when you pick up a bunch that's usually absorption, your hand is full of that
Correct.
Is it-
color.
No.
Through the stem or from the top down?
No. From the stem.
Yeah. Okay.
It
well,
absorbs.
Yeah, absorption.
Well,
You won't
From-
tell us. They got super
Yeah.
secret paint. I
Let
love
them
it.
drink a little more. Maybe they'll tell us.
No, I'm fine. Going for Coke now.
There you go.
So we jumped right into the
To the story.
Gyp garlands, but we really didn't get the backstory of how your family started, how long your family's been in the business and growing. I think I remember buying from you guys when I was in New York.
The
So it must be a
business
long time ago.
Long time ago.
Cool.
So tell us.
1990 started Malima, but even a few years before started my father the business. And then my grandfather come and join and make it bigger. Then my uncle joined the business as well.
Everybody was from Cuenca? Or
Everybody is from
Okay.
Cuenca, yeah.
So you had a lot of land there.
Actually, we didn't have, and we were start to buy and grow the land as the business grew. Yeah,
Very
That's-
cool. And that was in
yeah.
1990.
that was in 1990. Yeah, long
A
time
long
ago.
time ago.
Yeah.
I was 10.
How many employees do
I
you
was
have?
9.
One at the farm.
Yeah, I grew in this business. Now we have 670 employees.
670. And you sleep at night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't
Wow.
sleep. No way.
I
We
know.
have over 100 and I can't sleep. It makes me very worried all the time.
But
I'm always nervous.
Is it all
I
Gyp or what's the other product lines?
It's mainly Jeep. It's like 98% Jeep.
Wow.
Yeah, mainly Jeep. But what
So-
about you? Say it's. I think one of the most gratificante. I don't know.
gratifying
thing in this business is to give so much employment in
Yeah.
To be able to
mainly
support so
in,
many families.
so many families, mainly women that don't have easy employment there. We have at the south of Ecuador, we have a lot of migration coming here to US and also a little bit to Spain, and it's amazing to give so much employment there.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I would like to add something. As an employee of the company, I will say that, as Mauricio mentioned, the company give employment to the area, which is almost women. A lot of people has immigrated. Husband has immigrated several years ago. Kids are alone, and now the company is bringing them to the farm to be useful to the society, I will say.
Are you the largest employer in the area, in the town,
Yeah,
the city?
for
Yeah, I
sure.
would imagine
Yeah,
so.
in the
Yeah.
industry
town.
for sure.
And
in the area as
town
well.
and in the area as well.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's true. Do you have a lot of programs for the people? A lot of social benefits and things?
Yeah, we incorporate a lot of social benefits.
I think that's so
taking care
important.
to-
Those people work really hard, huh?
Yeah, a lot.
So hold on. So you're saying that a lot of the husbands leave and leave their family, and the women are left to fend for themselves.
They say, I'm going to get the newspaper. I'll be right
I'll
back.
be right back. I went to
Yeah.
go get the milk.
Yeah.
Dad's at the store getting the milk.
Yeah.
And so you're employing all these beautiful families that are left without a head of the family, because Ecuador is very, old school. So the women have to work and then also run the family alone. It's tough.
That's challenging, for those people who is growing the kids and getting in charge to grow them, to educate them, but the good thing is that there is a company in the surroundings that can employ them, and there are people who is mother and son, mother and daughter who work in there, and
that's awesome.
I could say that the collaboration that Malima making among the society in that area is very, very important. Probably you wouldn't measure how big changes Malima has made.
I imagine you guys meet with the community leaders all the time and things like that.
Mainly we directly with our employees and working with them. Not so.
Very cool. 700 people.
That's crazy. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Amen.
amazing.
So how many hectares does Malima have right now?
Malima has 30 hectares.
30 hectares.
Yeah, it's not
98% gyp.
98% chip, yeah.
So gyp is harvested, but it's opened up in a greenhouse, not in the field.
Yeah, it's harvested
So
green.
It's a longer process because they have to cut in the field. But do you bunch it in the field?
No.
No, so
We bunch it, but
in big
Just
bulk
big
packages.
bulk.
big bunch, and then make the post-harvest and then open it during
Then
7 days.
So it's
Dino.
fascinating the way they do it. They have to harvest it. Then they put. How long does it take in the greenhouse?
But
The
wait,
time-
también, do you guys have lights on at night?
At night at the field.
So there's lights on at the field, so it's almost growing 24/7.
Yeah, you have to light it like 6-7 hours after the sun.
That's
sunset.
crazy.
But how long does it take after you harvest to get it to open in the greenhouse?
A week.
A week.
It's not
Regardless
that
of the
much,
weather,
but
it's about a week.
it's about a week. Yeah.
And then from there, it goes to post-harvest, and then they start weighing it and bunching it and doing whatever your customers
Yeah.
require.
Exactly.
Color enhancing it, making garlands. Packing. And you're in Cuenca, so how long is the truck ride
It
to the airport in Quito?
It takes
10
almost
hours.
10 hours, which is
Oh, man.
500 kilometers away. In miles, I wouldn't.
There's some rose farms that I started buying from that's like on the border of Colombia, and they go to the airport 2 or 3 times a week, and it's a long ride.
But our is a bit longer than the border than Colombia because we're closer to Peru.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the south border is Peru, which is like 4 or 5 hours away. But we need to get up into the north to reach Quito, where everything happens in terms of airplane shipments, everything from there.
Do you have sales offices in Quito, or
No, just Cuenca.
everything's in
everything
Cuenca?
is Cuenca. Yeah,
I see.
we have another another commercial branch, which is Holland, Netherlands. We have a sister company there, which is Malima Flowers. So we attend the European market through our company in Holland, in Aalsmeer. Yeah, as well as we ship direct to some other customers in Europe as well.
I was just traveling in Europe, and I went to a couple flower markets. I went to one in Hungary, and I went to one in Barcelona. And there wasn't a lot of baby's breath in those places. I didn't see a lot of it.
Because Spain is one of our
Biggest
Is
market.
it?
Yeah. Actually, Europe represents our market share in Europe is almost 55%, and Spain has probably the 15%
Of that 55.
of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, America 25% and Asia.
There's like one
the
big
rest.
import company in Spain that handles a lot of flowers for a lot of people, right?
Is the standard rose bouquet of like roses, gyp, and like green in the U.S. is that standard like across the world? Does everybody kind of do that? Is gyp just as popular everywhere? Like you're saying, 55% in Europe. So I'm just curious, like if they use it differently, or is it kind of used in the same fashion the way the U.S. market?
I think they use it more generously.
Yeah, they put it's more in abundance. And I've seen a lot of European companies will take just these giant bunches of the baby's breath, whether it's color enhanced, rainbow, or what, and they'll use that as a bouquet.
Right.
It's a giant bunch with a beautiful sleeve around it.
Sure.
Yeah, well, it is very good to see how the baby's breath is coming, like not a filler, not as a filler, is it being used as a focal product, and I agree with that way, because when you have colors in hands, you can use it in any color, and it delights itself, so it can be now a focal one. You can place it in the middle of a table. You can use it in any way, and it becomes more popular in that way. We have a nice girl in Poland who has make the colors very, very, very famous there, and she's uses,
really pretty. I've seen her
as well.
on Instagram. She's
As
very
well as
pretty.
she's
It
very
helps.
pretty.
What's her name? We got to shout her out. What's her name?
Claudia Klaman,
And what is her social media?
Kala Klaman.
Okay.
You spell it CALLA_Klaman with K.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's very good on what she
Follow
does.
her. You won't be disappointed.
Joel will find her. Joel will find her.
Yeah.
He's a social media
Joel's
hunter.
hunter.
She's very artistic. She's got some good concepts.
She has a nice touch too. I will say
Does she
that.
do all that with your instruction, or she just does it?
She just does it
She's good. man.
herself. She's brilliant on what she does, to be honest, and she has spread the colors in cannons as well as rainbow colors among the pole.
You're already adapted. You haven't said tinted once.
He hasn't. He likes the word.
You know what would
We
be
changed
cool?
him.
Yeah. He's
No,
quick.
you know what would be cool? If we can marry some of our color-enhanced roses with their color-enhanced gyp.
I mean, we do it already, so it'd
Yeah.
be cool if we could like officially do it. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to play? We could do a little
sure.
bit of that. Yeah, that's cool.
It's easier for us because you guys already have the colors established. We could literally just match your colors
Yeah.
or
Right.
get things like that. That would be
Why
easy.
not? Sure. That's the good thing, that we can adapt everything in terms like we can adapt your proposal as well as we can adapt your wall, which is olive green, and it can be like as easy as that. Yeah. Of course, we are not playing with colors in terms like we're not doing whatever, but we can come with a proposal and match or get closer to the color. So
Yeah.
Can you match that purple eggplant that was generously sent to us by Sam? Shout out to Sam.
Well, we have a his and hers.
His and hers. We have his and hers. Well,
You
his and
smushed
his.
over here.
His and his.
Yours looks a little.
Mine went to the car with me, so it's it's a little lazy right
Yours
now.
look a little bit.
Hey, yours looks like you're ready to rock and
Do
roll.
you see the puppets?
Mine looks like.
That's them.
these guys,
Mine looks more like Viagra, and yours doesn't.
His is folded in half.
Mine's,
Yeah, his
mine's a grower.
Mine's
not a
more
shower.
stimulated than
Mine's
yours.
a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, so that's funny.
Yeah, we can match the colors. Actually, yes, we can do it. We have already on our assortment purple. Yeah,
You have different purples.
yeah,
You
we have
a few
berry
different-
berry, purple, lavender. Yeah, so we can go.
And you could order a
pattern.
subtle color, like not so strong. You could order it just a little bit or really intense, right?
We have two versions: the color, the solid color, and the light color as well, which is pastel, as Mauricio mentioned. Yes.
How long have you two guys known each other?
Oh,
Long time ago.
long time ago.
Well, actually, I'm 2 years older than him, but I know him since he was probably 10.
Did you guys
He
grow
looks
up
a little
together?
older because of the 700 employees, I think.
Yeah.
I'm working at the company 3 years so far, but yeah, I know him since he was young.
Were you in flowers before?
No. I came from
So this is your
from
first
the other
flower
side.
business.
My first flower business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You know what they say, once you get in, you can never get out.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is my first and my last because I wouldn't get out of this business anymore.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What business were you in before, may we ask?
It's probably kind of weird what I'm gonna say. I came from the automotive industry, cars. I worked for Hyundai before.
Ah.
What were you doing for Hyundai?
Marketing. I used to be the marketing manager.
So you worked for Hyundai Ecuador or South America or what was your
Hyundai
territory?
Ecuador. Yeah,
Hyundai Ecuador.
3 years.
Juanita has a Hyundai.
Yeah, it's
What was the best seller? What's the best seller for Hyundai when you were there?
the bestseller car was Accent, Hyundai Accent,
Tucson.
and Tucson as well.
Tucson.
Yeah, the two bestsellers.
You know, they have models of cars in South America they don't have here.
Yeah, I
I
was
know,
going to say
they have
whatever
all the
the name
good
was, We
cars.
probably weren't going to
Yeah.
know it, but yeah. it's the
There's
same
some
ones.
cool cars.
Yeah.
The
What's-
cherry cars, the gray
The
walls,
Chinese cars are taking over.
taking over.
Yeah.
Those guys are everywhere.
90% of the new cars I see are Chinese cars.
Yeah, there are a lot
There's like
of them.
4 or 5 companies, and they look good, man.
Yeah.
I rode in a Great Wall pickup truck.
Did you?
Great
Ecuador.
Wall is a brand of Chinese vehicles, and
I know.
it was
I know.
nice.
In China, like Teslas are like looked down on because they have better EVs and stuff there.
Mm.
So it's
Now,
only a matter of time.
BYD, I think, took
There you go.
over Tesla
There you go.
sales,
Yeah.
international sales.
And the big trucks too are Chinese.
Mm.
They have big trucks.
They got a ton of. They really are. It's like you said. All the new cars you see in Ecuador are all Chinese.
and they're nice.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're affordable. Isn't it true? Like a few years ago, like the Chinese cars was like the cars for people who couldn't afford
They would come in
a
a crate.
Hyundai or couldn't afford a Chevy or a Ford. You had to buy a Chinese. But no, I don't think that's the case.
No, that's not the case nowadays.
Yeah.
Not anymore. But it used to be, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, as well as it happened with the Korean brands as Hyundai, Kia. They used
Oh,
to be
really?
the cars 25, 30 years ago. Well, probably 25 years. They used to be like the brands that only the not rich people get it. Nowadays, it's one of the main brands in the country.
I saw a documentary on Netflix a long time ago about this guy, DeLorean, the guy from the DeLorean cars, who had this genius idea of bringing Chinese cars to the U.S. And he went to China and he made a deal with Chery. And then he came back and he had all these dealers signed up. And I don't know, something happened and the deal fell apart or the government didn't want them. I don't know.
Government didn't get their kickback.
But there's no Chinese dealers here. Like, you could buy a Chinese car, but through like
It'll show up in
on
a crate.
eBay.
Oh, I've seen those.
Like on eBay or
Yeah.
something.
I
But
was
you can't
looking
buy
the
'em.
other day, and the Chinese. There's this guy Chinese wholesaling on social media, and he's
The
wholesaling.
sign guy?
Yes,
I seen
and
him.
he's wholesaling.
He
these.
talks like he's from the hood.
Correct. He's
Yeah, yeah,
funny.
yeah.
But he's wholesaling like Mercedes and stuff. He's like, this stuff doesn't sell over here. It's cheap. You can get this luxury car for nothing. You just
Yeah.
got to pay the import and the transport.
Oh, no. That's not the guy I saw. I saw a Chinese guy. They're sign manufacturers. They make
no.
signs.
No, this guy's
and
hustling
he's
cars.
talking. He talks like, like he grew up here.
Yeah.
He talks like
This
he grew up
guy
here.
does that too. He
Yeah.
does that thing. I've seen the sign guy. This guy does it. He talks, very relatable. But he's hustling cars from China, and they're not the Chinese cars. They're like Mercedes and other cars. Just like stuff does not sell over here.
Wow. Do you have a big market in Asia? Do you ship a lot to Asia, to China and those countries?
We used to have to. China is almost sure like 15 to 20% of our market.
Wow.
Yeah, until 19.
Or 2000.
2018.
Did they start growing their own, or
Yeah, they started.
Nowadays, we don't sell
Chinese-
any SIM to China.
Asia represents
10%.
like 10%.
We
nowadays.
ship to Indonesia, Taiwan, Singapore, and that's it.
do you get to travel to those places? Do you go visit them?
Not,
I
not-
went to China,
India.
Taiwan. Yeah.
but not me yet.
That'd be cool.
Ryan's going to Japan.
I've been planning this trip. My wife didn't have her passport for a long time, so now she got that. So trying to figure out when I'm going, but I'm going either end of this year or early next year.
He has to go to Japan, and he also has to go to Taiwan.
Oh,
So it could be a business trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's business in Japan.
Yeah,
There's business there. So
yeah, but we have suppliers in Taiwan, so he needs to visit them.
Oh, sure.
I'm down.
For sure.
Yeah.
Pockets was trying to plan a solo trip to Thailand.
Hold on, Taiwan.
No, he's going to Thailand for
He's
different
gonna-
reasons.
he's
But I'm
going
just
on.
saying, he's planning a solo trip there.
But I'm not talking Thailand is great for orchids, but we have a special supplier in Taiwan.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But Pockets is not going for flowers.
What is he going for?
He's going
going
for
to see the
different
sights.
flowers.
Going to see the sights.
It's a different flower he's interested
It's going to be deflowered.
So is your
Possibly.
wife from Asia?
No, she's Cuban. Yeah, she's here from Florida. Yeah, but it's just it's one of those, I have a few places I want to go travel to, and that's on the top of the hit list for me right now.
All of Mike's sons have married Latin women. They're crazy.
Or all of the Latin women have jumped on these gringos.
Yeah. Well, you guys are like a rarity out here.
Yeah.
You guys are the
I
minority.
think it's a mutual attraction. I think the Latinas like
1000%,
gringos and the
yeah.
gringos like Latinas. I think that's
Probably, yeah.
Once we moved down here, yeah, it was over.
it was over.
Yeah, Spanish girls
But
for
are
sure.
you from New York or you're from Miami?
So I moved down here when I was in 6th grade. So it's hard to claim New York.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because most of my life I was
But
here.
this guy
but I
is
still will
properly
claim
New
it.
York, yeah.
Absolutely. I'll still claim it. Yeah, but most of my life I've been here.
He's living back in New York now. He's up there. He's about to leave. He's counting
New York
down
City.
every day.
It doesn't, he's like we should call him a Canadian. It's
He's a
basically Canada.
snowbird. He's absolutely
Yeah,
a
he's
snowbird.
Basically a Canadian.
18 days
18 days.
till I'm out of here.
Wow. So you're counting down.
We are counting
am.
down. This is there's
You are counting
We are
no, the podcast sense because we only have 3 more episodes until he then goes on Zoom, and then we have to record him through Zoom. And it's better when we're all in the room.
Of
It's
course,
who
yeah,
yours
for
better.
sure.
We don't always get our guests in house, so this is special.
Personally, contact is better than Zoom or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I am the
Completely.
old-fashioned guy who loves to be in person.
Same
Yeah.
here. Same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we do too, but we're so interested to get like these amazing guests
Yeah.
to come on the show that we'll take it any way we can get it.
Yeah, basically.
And Zoom is usually the way
Of course,
because they're
sure.
far away or they're, another state, another city, another country. And we like to make it convenient for them because like some of the people that agreed to be our guests, like, we're like, wow, that you're going to be on the podcast. Did you see Details did a survey and we're one of the popular.
I definitely
Not
saw
one of.
details
We
of
are
some-
the
So-
most popular floral podcast.
Detail-
Wait a minute, it says the?
Details Software did a whole a survey with all their customers.
Let me explain what Details is. Details sells flower software to event companies so they can do all of the back end and the calculations and look at the flowers and all that all in one destination. It just so it's a subscription thing. You have to pay for the service and stuff.
Details, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So their customers, you probably met them at shows. You guys go to a lot of the shows too, so they're always at the shows there.
Yeah, we do a lot of collaboration with Details.
Great.
So they
Kareem
surveyed
in Florida.
their partners and the people who use their software, and I think it's just random everybody on their social media as well. But their list of service questions answered from like what kind of flowers do you do? Are you more an event or weddings? Or are you things like that? But one of the questions was, do you listen to any flower podcasts? And they show you like the results, and we were the most in that group, we were the most.
Yeah.
Congrats for that.
Number one.
I mean,
Great.
So
I wonder, like, there's a lot of flower podcasts now. There's at least 10
yeah,
now that I
Yeah.
know of.
But you were the first.
Well, in their group, I mean,
we have a
the
different
numbers
format.
don't correlate to that fact, though. That stat. I
See,
mean, so-
we weren't the first either. We're just the best.
We have a different format.
We got Joel.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't
They
have
don't got
Joel.
Joel.
Yeah, we just have a different format, and we like to get a little bit different on everything we do, including the podcast. So that segment was brought to you by Details Software.
That's right.
Hi,
So-
Kareem.
We got to go back to your story. So,
Yeah.
David, you guys have known each other since you were about 10 years old.
Even less.
Did you
Yeah.
buy?
I'm
did
younger,
you,
of
did
course.
you get a Hyundai when he was working for there with the?
No.
Didn't support him. So, how did you guys meet? Living in the same town or going to same
Well, we
school?
live in the same town. Cuenca is a small town, and everyone know each other, and this very traditional culture where you know the background on every family. To be honest, so
La mamá de David, the mother of David, give me Catholic lessons.
There you go.
She's your sponsor.
First communion.
he did the first communion under my mother's teaching. So
Yeah,
and we met there actually. I remember a lot of kids went into my house to learn Catholic lessons to do the first communion. So I met him there actually in my house, but I know him for long time. We concede in parties, in events. Actually, he's married with one of my relatives. His wife is my cousin, second grade cousin. I don't know.
Oh, so
your
you're
family.
family. You're
I didn't know it was
family.
a family.
Son familia.
Ah.
Sí.
Familia,
Prima en
chico.
segundo grado. I don't know how to say that.
Second cousin.
yeah.
Second cousin. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
counts.
That's it. So I joined the company 3 years ago, March 2021. It was.
Why did you?
Have you gotten significant growth since the pandemic started, or like, because a lot of people got a lot of new customers during the pandemic and grew a lot.
Yeah,
Ever
because
since.
we almost closed down, so
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was from zero.
Yeah,
And
that kept
nowadays
bounce.
we almost even bigger than 2019.
Yeah,
So it's
so
been
it did help
good
you
day.
grow.
Yeah, the
years.
business is going good in a good path, not running, but
Yeah.
growing step by step.
Story of the bulls.
Yeah.
Man, we think alike.
I think I like to use things that are
different.
they just make sense.
Relatable.
They make sense, but it isn't written in a book in a fancy way. It's kind of like, a metaphor, like you said. It's just something to think about, something that like, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Like we had a guest in the podcast a few weeks ago, and she had done a seminar on empathy and stuff like that, and she used in her seminar, she used clips from movies, and like that was to me more relatable because she used a sample from a movie, not some written words. Written words, like, who cares? If you see it like on a movie that maybe you like the movie and you say, oh, that makes a lot of sense, and it kind of hits you in a different
Or you
way.
watched it and you remember
Yeah.
that moment.
That
and-
relates to the way your brain works and how you learn.
Yeah.
So everybody learns differently, and
Yeah, I
you
learn
are a
that way.
visual learner.
Yeah.
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 I'm the same way. I need like a metaphor or I use examples a lot.
movie quotes.
Visual examples are for me are very
We
very
speak
helpful.
in movie quotes here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Whenever we hear a song, because we play music here, when we hear a song at least when I do, and I remember what movie it's from, I bark out to everybody, "What movie?"
Oh, really?
To see who knows. Yeah.
Joel started that now.
Oh, really?
He's
Yeah,
only
I
seen
do that
3
now.
movies.
I don't hear him.
So he doesn't do it
He's
often.
seen 3 movies, so he's only listening to those songs.
What movie did you see, Joel?
Recently?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you watch your Sydney Sweeney movie on Netflix?
No, I don't watch movies.
Did you watch the movie that I told you about the soldier with her dog?
No, that was too sad.
Too sad for sure.
a
Especially
good
after
movie.
Mando.
What do you watch, Joel? Shows or
He
just
likes the
YouTube?
I don't watch
Superman
shows, I
stuff.
guess, but I don't really watch anything.
Did you watch the Halo show?
No.
Did you watch the
The
Fallout?
No.
You know what I found
I
out
don't
he
watch
watches?
TV
He
shows.
watches Adam Sandler movies. So at least he's got
Yes,
that
when
right.
I was
does
younger.
watch Adam Sandler.
I don't watch TV at all. I do not watch TV.
Me neither.
You watch YouTubes.
Not even YouTube anymore. I just don't watch anything.
You watch TikTok.
Barely.
What do you watch?
No.
What do you do?
He's got no
Do you
time.
read books?
Like,
What are you doing all day?
Besides pumping iron at the gym, what are you
He's
doing?
going home.
I'm
and-
just more. I don't know.
Like for most of us, we'll go home and we'll need to do something with our bodies. What do you do?
I get home at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night.
Okay,
Why?
how long are you in the gym for?
2 hours. About.
And then you
2.5
go home, you
hours.
shower, you eat, and then what?
I'm on YouTube for
Okay.
like 30 minutes.
And
And
what
then
are you
I just
watching
go to
on
bed.
YouTube? What do you watch? Like a podcast?
Sports podcast, like
Uh-huh.
anything.
What's your
related to a
go-to?
podcast. Go-to podcast?
Spitting chicklets.
Yeah. Is that the Shannon Sharp one? No, which one's that one?
I like that one
Yeah.
the most.
I like the one with the Kelsey brothers.
That one's good. I like
It's
that
okay.
one.
They're kind of corny.
No, they're not.
I mean, I like Jason more than Travis.
Yeah, me too.
personally, but
I like both. They're corny.
yeah, they're cool.
Me too.
All right.
Jason's for real.
So YouTube, all right, YouTube, and then what?
I'll watch the.
Do you have like YouTube and your phone and the
NBA? I
TV
watch
playing
NBA.
and music playing all at the same time?
No.
Okay.
At times. At times.
He's
But
like
I
an
watch
onion.
The
We have to
NBA.
peel back
every
the
now and then I
layers.
watch the NBA not because the
Playoffs.
yeah.
I'm over the heater out. I'm over
Playoffs.
it.
I watch the playoffs.
We got Heat shirts coming.
Yeah, we
Do
do.
we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little late.
Oh.
They were ordered
Still
a week
rock 'em.
ago, but they had
We'll
to
rock
fix the
'em.
file.
but I'm not on TV, man.
All right. Do you guys watch movies? You movie guys?
Not at all.
Not at all.
It's
I'm
too
like
long.
him.
Not
No.
much more.
Good for you.
I
Not
barely watch TV or a movie with my wife, but not in everyday basis.
Are
not
you
at
a
all.
reader? Do you read books?
I like to read. I like to just chat with my wife and that stuff. Yeah, I enjoy with my
That's
kids.
interesting.
Yeah,
Most husband and wives don't chat. I mean, they argue.
I do lately. I do what Logan wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that makes sense. Was he 4 now?
Yeah.
He's 5. He's about to be 6. Right now, he's a little beast on Fortnite.
There you go.
He's really good on Fortnite, so he wants to play Fortnite. Or
What's
he's-
Fortnite? What is
It's
that?
a video
video
game.
Oh, video game.
I'm on
Okay.
that too on weekends if I have time.
He's all about the Fortnite.
Do you do video games?
No,
Not
not
gamers?
anymore.
So, what are your hobbies then? What do you guys
Yeah.
do for fun?
I ride bicycle. I used to do some gym. Pandemic mainly.
These guys are in
How
shape.
far do you ride your bike? You long distance?
I used to ride like 3 times a day, 1 hour,
3 times a day.
3 times a week. Sorry, sorry.
I was like, holy cow, this
no,
This guy's running marathons.
3 times a week. The weekend like 3-4 hours.
Is Cuenca mountainous? I never
Yeah.
been to.
I was gonna say everything in Ecuador is mountain biking.
What's the average altitude out there?
2,500.
Oh wow!
yeah.
So 7,500 feet for us
And
here.
half
Good
hour
Lord.
from Cuenca, you can reach 4,000
Really?
meters over the
What
sea.
volcano is that?
No, it's not a volcano.
It's
around.
just a mountain.
Just
Is that literally over the clouds at that point? Are you
Yeah,
over?
Sometimes
Yeah.
we are.
Do you guys
over the
have an
clouds.
active volcano in the area?
in our area?
or
no,
dormant
just
volcanoes in there?
up in north. Yeah, there is I'm
A
not pretty
close
sure.
one that has thermals, water thermals. To it. Yeah.
It's like the geysers.
The hot springs and stuff.
Hot
yeah.
springs.
Hot springs
springs,
is
yeah,
where
that's
it's
right.
at.
That's
That's
the
the
Yeah.
name.
We have a volcano that's active right near our farm. We're in what's called the red zone,
Cotopaxi.
and the river that we have that passes right through our farm is coming from the melted ice from the volcano.
Yeah.
So the theory is if it has any kind of eruption,
That's like a trail.
all that ice will melt and that river will be flooded and it will wash everything in its path away. Yeah.
I forgot what I was watching the other day. I don't know if it was like Mount St. Helen or some explosion where the side of the mountain literally collapsed.
That was Mount
and-
St. Helen.
Mount St. Helen. And
I was there a
like,
few years after it.
Were you really?
It was eerie driving to like they had like an overlook place that you could go to.
I have a vague memory of driving up a mountain with you and
No.
the family. What was
No,
that?
That was Mount Washington.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is
And then
above
like
the
we got
clouds.
up and then like yeah, there was really really windy and we're
Yeah.
all like somebody's hat blew away.
Yeah, that was Mount Washington.
Okay.
I think it was Mount Washington. I believe it was in Mount Washington. Maybe it was I'm pretty sure that's
Okay.
what it was. It was pretty high. But But going to Mount St. Helens, as you drive like miles into the overlook that the government, that the Forest Service put in, all the trees are laying down and facing the same direction.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw like you could see a little bit of vegetation starting to grow, but it killed everything for many miles. Killed everything. I think 100 miles maybe.
Yeah, because that thing was like
It
a
blew up
crazy
like
sonic
a
boom.
not like a nuclear thing, and it took everything out, and it made all the lakes full of acid. Like everything's dead. But what's cool is that at our farm in Cotopaxi, Juanita or Carlos, I forget who, one of their relatives is a geologist for the government. And they came by just to say hi and visit and see the farm. They were in the area. And they showed Juanita and Carlos these big rocks that we have on the farm that flew there
Yeah.
from the volcano.
Mercedes took me on a tour,
Yeah.
and she took me to this rock that was like the size of this room.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay, it's a cool rock. And she explained to me,
it flew
this
there.
flew thousands of miles from that volcano.
No, it
hundreds of miles.
it flew like 50 miles.
Whatever.
Like
yeah.
midair?
40, 50 miles.
Yeah, midair.
Midair
Like
went
from
up,
the
yeah.
from the
From-
volcano.
Were we-
went-
I don't even
Not
think
when
it's
Not
50
where you
miles.
were there, Joel.
It's like 20 miles. Maybe it's
Okay.
20 or 30 miles away.
Okay.
It flew there.
Yeah.
And this thing is the size of an elephant.
Yeah.
Rocks. So there are rocks like everywhere. So, you know, that kind of doesn't make you warm and fuzzy when you're know that they're
scary.
and what's crazy is, and you'll appreciate this as growers, the crazy is the area is like having a huge expansion right now. Farms are building out ginormous 50, 60, 80 hectares of brand new greenhouses, post-harvest, all brand new in this same zone.
Well, it's like Miami. You know, Miami's building and building, building. Meanwhile, all the studies are showing we're going
We're
further
sinking.
underwater.
Yeah.
They have no plans of stopping
Well, you
building.
can't. Those people that live in that Brickell place, they can't even get in their elevators when there's rain. It's
crazy.
So what? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that. I
No,
couldn't
but
do
I
that.
mean,
Have you
it's-
seen the map? The future map of what they predict?
I don't.
I'll
wanna
be
see
I'll
it.
be I'll be beachfront property.
I don't wanna see it.
Atlanta is the closest, highest elevation, or like Georgia, basically. So like that's going to become the next
In what year?
2030 something.
Huh?
Yeah.
Not that far from now.
No, not literally.
Wait a minute.
Like 10 years from now?
everything below Atlanta will be underwater.
Orlando and down, basically.
Oh
Well,
wow.
Now that you are talking about that, I need to explain in Spanish. We had, when we start, sorry,
Go ahead.
I'm going to do it in Spanish. Cuando comenzó mi papá y mi abuelo en 1990, pocos años después hubo un desastre,
Mm-hmm.
Josefina, se llamó, donde la montaña tapó el río durante más de un mes, en el mes más lluvioso del año, en febrero, y después de un mes de haber estado tapado el río, se destapó el río y toda la plantación
Washed away.
se washed away.
Wow.
Super
Inclusive-
flood.
Pero no fue un flood. Al otro lado del río se inundó,
It's mud,
Pe-
right?
pero no, se llevó inclusive las losas de hormigón, de hormigón, de concrete.
Wow.
Everything washed
Everything
away.
washed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Translate that, Fern. It's for
Okay,
everybody.
That
so
would be-
¿qué año fue eso?
Eso fue en 1993.
Just
in
3 years after the
3
farm.
years after we
after they started the farm with the family. 3 years later, the mountain covered slid and it covered the river.
There was a landslide.
So, yeah, so the river was stuck for ¿cuánto?
month.
For
A month.
for a month.
For a month.
And then the river got unstuck. But when the river got unstuck,
All the water came.
all the water
It was
came.
like a dam breaking.
It was like a dam breaking.
Yeah.
So it was so much that he said it didn't just wash everything away. It literally took the concrete that was on
Sure.
the ground and washed that away.
So,
And it was when la noche que yo cumplía años, creo que 10, y fue el día que hacía la primera comunión, 1 de mayo.
So
They-
you are malo for real. So it's your fault.
Sí,
He said it
completamente.
was the day of his birthday when he
The
was...
next day,
And the next
actually,
day
the
was
night.
his communion.
wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mi primera comunión.
So how long does it take to fix? I'll rebuild that completely.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. To
And there's no
rebuild.
insurance for that shit.
No.
No.
There's a
No.
funny
I've
Family
got-
Guy where they sell him volcano insurance. But like, no, of course
Natural
not.
disaster
Yeah.
are not
Sí,
covered.
Yeah,
It
nothing's
was
covered.
incredible for our family.
So Malima has born twice.
Born.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but you know what makes you
Phoenix.
stronger?
Three
Yeah,
times.
for sure.
Actually, after pandemic,
yeah,
it
3
was
times.
reborn also.
Yeah.
So family business, friends for years, working together. You're married in family now. You're stuck with each other.
Yeah.
You've talked a lot of good. You have your super secret absorption paint dye that you won't tell us about. Okay, fine. Amazing products, but give the listeners a little bad. Give us a little bad.
Besides the landslide.
I mean, they just
Besides
did,
the
right? Yeah, they
landslide.
just did that.
Besides the landslide.
Well, we
give
built
us a
this
little-
farm, and a month later, it washed away.
Give us a little bad. that you
Wasn't
guys have
enough.
gone through.
Yeah.
That's early bad.
Is it a challenge selling just Gyp?
Producing is really challenging.
Producing?
Yeah.
Why
It's really,
so?
really challenging. It's plants is a business perecible. How do you call
Perishable.
it? Perishable.
Mother
Perishable.
Nature.
Yeah.
Well, it's a challenge.
And
Who's the breeder of excellence?
dancing
Danziger from
Danziger.
Israel.
from Israel.
How does the royalties work with Gypsophila? I know how it works with roses, but I don't know how it works with Gyp. Does it go by the plant?
By hectare.
By hectare?
So
And
you
you're
can plant
still
as much as
playing?
you can in that hectare, or is it limited to the number within that hectare?
It's not limited by a number of,
Cool.
but
And is it limited by years, or you pay royalties every year? You've been doing it since 1990.
this way I think it started like 2008, 2009. By hectare, it used to be by plant. Yeah.
But is that Gyp plant one and done, or is that Gyp continue to produce for a certain amount of time and then you need to replace it?
We prune like 3 times, 3-4 times.
So three
Three-
times you could harvest off of a plant.
Yes,
And after that, you need to replace it.
we need. To
And how
replace
much time is that 3 times?
it. Each
A year?
cycle is like 4 months.
4 months.
120
So the more
days.
sun you have, the more warmth you have, the more production you got?
Yep,
The same?
but it's less weight in each stem.
Okay.
When the
So when it grows
cycle is
faster,
closer.
the stems thin out.
Yes.
Wow. Now, are these like the breeders, like Danziger, like the breeders, do they come to the farm and check
Yep.
how many hectares you have? Like they
Yeah.
do count the roses and the
Yeah, it's not counting, but they walk around.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah. They're very progressive, Danziger. They have
Yeah.
a big
We have
marketing
a
department. They're
great
doing a lot of
relationship.
trade
It's-
shows. They're doing a lot of stuff.
yeah, we are doing a show.
We're
next
participating.
month.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Florida
June.
Expo together. Yeah, we will do that the first time together, but it's going to be
Terrific.
a nice.
You could send your boxes here and we'll bring them to the show for you.
Why not?
Right, definitely.
No, we
For
will.
sure,
We
sure.
do that for our friends. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We'll be at most of the shows this year, pretty much.
Great.
So let us know which
Pretty
ones you're going
much,
to.
we're going to hit pretty much all the shows this year.
I would like to ask you something.
Okay.
Oh.
Why did you choose Malima as a supplier?
Well, as a company, we take 2 equations, price and quality. We put them together. But we're also very brand centric. So if we recognize a really good brand, like I told you, like if I buy a Gyp from other farms, usually I don't allow them to ship me in their brand with their phone number and their email and their sleeves and all that. I want to be Jet Fresh branded. But when we have what we consider to be a top brand in the market, we do the complete opposite. And so with you guys, especially with your sales guy, Fern, it's not always easy to negotiate the price that I need. And I can't always, because I'm in Miami, which is the battleground of the flower business, where, you know, everything is price sensitive, regardless of brand. We can't always meet the price that Malima should get only because of the market conditions, not because we're just trying to be cheap. It's because of where we feel, and most of what we do is speculation. So we have to buy with that formula. We have to, but why did we choose Malima? We choose Malima because I know since the 90s that's a really good brand. And when they had the opportunity to buy from Malima, we jump right on it because we want to handle great brands for our customers who are great customers. So we handle other brands. We also handle Esmeralda, but that's a completely different product than what you're growing. We handle the Million Daisy, we handle the Overtime, and we have a specific audience for that product because that is great product as well, and that's a brand that everybody knows, and that's a brand that we're very strong with. I think we're the only authorized Esmeralda reseller in Miami, I think.
No, we are.
Unofficially, right? Or officially?
I don't know. We have to ask
I would think
Rodrigo.
that one's official.
I think it's official.
I'll
one's
claim it
official.
officially. I'd happily claim it.
Yeah,
So we'll find
I think
out.
we are.
All
I
right,
think
good.
we are. But Malima, they sell everybody.
Okay.
So we have that balance, And so I'll buy Malima Gyp, but I'll also buy some other ones for my more price sensitive customers, the ones that want to buy at a lower price.
Who don't care about a brand or quality,
Yeah.
they just want a stem of Gyp.
Yeah.
From our side, it is good to be in your hands in terms like we like to deal with you, and we also are thankful that you recognize our quality because for us quality is our flag, to be honest.
Yeah.
We don't sell cheap. We are not cheap because we know that we do the things in a good way. We don't want you to have a product where you lose money or you have to fight with someone's on margin side. Margin stuff. So what we offer to the market, to you, to the customers, it's quality products in a steady quality for sure, all year around supplying, stable prices as well, not cheap but stable prices. And that's what we want to do in long term relationships. So we are for sure very glad that you
are very experienced now in Miami, right? You've been here for a week. You've been going around different places, different companies. And you'll find that a lot of companies, not all, but a lot of companies have no warehouse, that they put their boxes into a logistics company, right? So when we say we're price sensitive and when we say that we can't always buy to compete, it's because the people that have their flowers in a logistics company, they pay a fixed price. This box costs you this much money to keep in that cooler. And for that price, they will warehouse your boxes, they'll rack your boxes, they'll pull your boxes, they'll label your boxes, they'll put it on a truck and they'll bring it to wherever it's got to go for one flat price. And then you have guys like Jeff Fresh or others that have their own infrastructure, their own warehouse, their own employees, trucks, drivers. Rent in Miami is not cheap. It's very high. And we don't have fixed costs. Our fixed are very variable. It goes all about how busy and slow we are. And so for that reason, we need to be very price sensitive because we need to compete against those guys that don't have those variables and don't have trucks and don't have 40 employees, which 80% of them are full-time and they're getting paid with benefits and health insurance and all these other things that many other places don't do. So in order for us to speculate safely, we have to be a little bit more price sensitive than those guys who are working just on a really small margin because whatever the margin they make, it's 100% profit. From our profits, everything comes off the top. So it gets really, it's hard.
It's hard.
And let me tell you, more and more people are getting rid of their buildings, getting rid of their warehouses, getting rid of their own staff, and they're going to what we call farm it out. They're going to give it to a logistics company to handle. And that's why these logistics companies are growing at a very rapid pace because they can do it efficiently and they have their costs all figured out and they can give you one flat price, and you could, doesn't matter if you sell one box or 500 boxes, it costs you the same. So here, if we're selling 500 boxes, we're having a good day. If we sell one box, we're losing our shirt. We're getting killed. So that's the difference. And that's why when we offer a little bit less than what somebody else might offer, it isn't just because we're trying to be cheap. It's just because we're trying to be competitive safely, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And then, we invest a lot in marketing. We invest a lot in a lot of things that make it important for us. So that's why we have Malima. The end.
Great.
It's a great relationship. There's
we're looking to
complaints.
grow.
Yes, we are.
We're looking to grow with you guys. You guys doing a good job.
Thank you for your feedback.
And I want to
Thank you.
visit.
Yeah,
I've never been to Cuenca. So
you must go there.
what is
You're
it? A
most-
half an hour plane ride from Quito?
45 minutes
45,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that far.
One day, me and Juanita are gonna jump on a plane. We'll come over.
For
and
sure.
visit you
You're
guys.
more than
Yeah, because
invited.
10 hours in the car would suck.
No, we're not gonna drive.
Yeah, it's rough. That's
Seven.
rough.
We're not gonna drive.
Still.
But
Before we get into the questions, I do want to quickly ask you guys, because I personally feel like Gyp is the most people pronounce the name the most differently out of that product.
Yeah.
How do you say it, Fern?
Gypsophilia.
No, the full word.
Gypsophilia.
It's philia. You say
Yeah.
philia. How do you guys say it?
Gypsophila.
Phila or philia? Phila. How do you say it?
It's like Chickafila.
Chickafila. Joel.
Gypsophilia.
I say Gypsophilia.
When I was in California during Next Gen, when we were at Milano, the grower Milano,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Nicole, the Prez, we were laughing at it because Gypsophila
Gypsophila.
is how the grower Milano pronounces it, and like if
he's
he's pronouncing
Italian.
it that way, like
Molto
Yeah,
that felt kinda
It's an
like-
Italian thing, probably.
but Gypsophila, I've never heard it that way.
Gypsophila. The Gypsophila.
in Europe, they pronounce
They
it like
pronounce
that.
like
See,
that way.
so I was just curious if you guys knew the proper pronunciation.
Do you know where Gyp used to come
Gypsophilia.
from before they
Gypsophila.
imported it?
No,
So when I was a kid, Gypsophila, how'd you say it? Gypsophila?
Gypsophila.
Gypsophila was
Gypsophila.
grown in California, and it was grown right here in the Sunshine State of Florida. We had
Really?
huge production here. It was sold. I think the variety was Bristol Ferry, if I'm not mistaken. We'd have to call David Kaplan and ask him.
Okay.
But I believe it was that. Anyway, they used to ship an Armalini up to New York in these wooden crates, upright wooden crates, and there would be a bucket, and the Gypsophilia would be wrapped in brown craft paper and stuck into this bucket. And man, did that water stink. Whew, that was really smelly water. If that stuff spilled on your clothes, you smelled bad the whole day. Anyway, there used to be these growers like, there was Mazzoni grew Baby's Breath, I believe, Rainbow Farms that grew Baby's Breath here in Florida, and then there was a whole bunch of growers in California that grew Baby's Breath. There was no imports at that time.
Wow. The only grower nowadays is Milano in United States, or
I'm guessing that people still grow Gypsophilia,
I haven't heard
See, there's no
anybody say.
IA. It's just
Yeah.
LLA. So when you guys say Gypsophilia, you're
Gypsophila.
adding an IA,
Yeah,
which I used to do as well. That's why I was curious.
it's a condition.
Yeah, it just sounds better.
But I think they still grow some.
they do grow. Yeah, Milano.
there.
Or Milano. I'm pretty sure it was Milano
Yeah.
from that tour.
they are from California.
Yeah, California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there used to be a tremendous amount produced right here in Florida.
How many years ago was that?
About the time of your flood, in the 90s and the 80s, they were growing in the 80s and the 90s. I don't know when it kind of stopped, but I guess it stopped when they bought all the land to grow, to build houses and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
These guys started selling their farms. I think it was in the 80s and the 90s, maybe even the 70s. I don't know. Yeah. But I remember those wooden hampers were a pain in the ass. You have to stack them up, and then after you use them, you have to break them down and flatten them
Mm-hmm.
so they don't take up too much space. And my Uncle Jerry said, "Mike, dump the water. Dump the water, you fat bastard. Dump the water. Hurry up."
Mind you, this is up and down 3 flights of stairs. Where was the cooler at that time? In the basement?
No, we kept that on the main floor, I believe. Yeah, but you could ask Uncle David. He'll tell you. He unloaded a few trucks himself of that. He'll tell you.
Okay, so we're gonna ask you rapid fire questions. Just give us your first thought answers. What is the best sandwich?
Hamburguesa. Hamburger.
Okay, fair enough. What is your favorite flower right now?
Jip.
Always, always. What is your go-to way to relax? How do you relax?
Beach.
You're allowed to say different answers, just so you know. Just so you know.
For sure.
What is the most?
Going together.
What is the most overrated flower?
Overrated flower. I don't know.
What about underrated flower? The one that nobody talks about, but they should talk about.
Not idea at all.
Jip.
No.
They're only focused on the
all
jet,
true.
But
guys.
they grow delphinium.
No, I know. Yeah.
You grow delphinium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got delphinium. Yeah, delphinium, lysimachia, and green dianthus as well.
Green diamonds and Lysimachia.
Nice.
Yeah, that are good products. Lysimachia I like.
Okay.
I'm looking for 120, 140 centimeter tall delphinium every week.
Lysimachia, I think we could do it.
Oh, no.
No, delphinium we grow until 90 centimeters.
Yeah.
The variety that we grow, which is seawalls and skywalls, they don't reach that high. That's why.
Gotcha. If you could have one superpower, what would your superpower be?
Fly.
For me, yeah. to get back
Jeez,
to
Come on.
yeah,
We'll
man.
try again at the split. We'll try again.
go over the time. I don't know, but yeah.
Pick
probably.
one movie character, actor, or athlete to have lunch with,
Oh shit.
or a celebrity or somebody famous to have lunch with, alive or dead. Anybody.
Nowadays, Milei, the president of Argentina.
For me, John Paul II.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Good, nice.
Very
answer.
cool.
What kind of flowers do you want at your funeral?
Oh my gosh.
Stark.
Gypsophila.
For sure. I would be like to be wrapped in garland.
Mummified.
like
He wants to be mummified in garland.
He wants a Viking
not?
death
That's
and
awesome.
a Gypsophila
I think
boat.
we should do that. That's good marketing.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? Have the lady in Poland.
Oh no, I gotta show him
Wrap herself.
Tyler from Intric
Yes.
Tour.
Show him
Okay.
TK.
Show him Tyler's picture.
What is the scariest animal?
For me, I will say the snakes.
Snakes?
For me, the rats.
Rats.
Yeah.
You know, they need to see Carlos's picture, nude picture in the baby's breath that we have on the wall outside.
Oh, great.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to do Fern in the nude, wrapped in garland around the sensitive areas.
I don't want to see that.
Don't worry, I'm going to hook you
neither.
guys up. I'm going to hook you up.
We've been waiting to do him in the American Beauty picture.
Yeah.
We've been holding out on that one.
I'm going to hold out a little longer. We're going to wait.
Okay, what is your go-to drunk food? You're drunk at the end of the night. What do you want to eat?
Hamburger. I don't drink that much, but yeah, hamburger is my food.
Okay, and then the last question would be, could you suggest a future guest to come on the podcast?
I think the owners of the company will be the good people to be here. They could tell more stories. They could share experiences, and for sure, they will be the ones that I will suggest.
Thank you.
Here's
What are
the,
their names?
here's the
Marcelo
video.
and Mauricio.
Can you see him
Yeah,
dancing
sure.
with your jip? Your garlands?
That's funny.
This is Tyler from TK Floral Designs. He's in
That
upstate New
was
York.
during the Sarah Campbell.
He works with Sarah.
He works
Yeah,
with Sarah. Great.
They collaborate.
So that was during a workshop that she just had this past year, and there was probably like 30
In
students.
Georgia, Dolly was there.
Yeah, 30
That was in
floor
Savannah.
students that were there.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
They want to send us more Jip garland and stuff for the next Sarah event.
she uses it on almost all the
Yeah.
stops. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
right up her alley. I've actually seen her in one of her stops create the garlands
Yeah.
with a bunch of her students,
Yeah.
and it was like 20 of them making it.
But
So
I think what they want is for them to know that they're from Malima.
Yeah, no, of course they need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
will be good.
Def- we got you. Yeah.
So we're gonna collab with them
Yeah,
to collab
Okay.
with Sarah.
yeah, let's do it.
The next event, well, she
As
has a
long as
big
she's up
event.
for it.
She has a big event at the end of the year in November. We'll talk about
Sarasota.
that.
Great.
Yeah.
Sarasota is just here in
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah.
exactly.
That would be great.
So, if someone wants to get in contact with you, if they want to hear about your super secret absorption dye that doesn't tint the bottom of the stems and doesn't bleed into your hands, or they just want to hear a little bit about the company or reach out and maybe they want to buy from you, how can they reach out to you?
They can reach out us through our website, www.malima.com. Either way, they can do it through Instagram, as well as they can contact us directly because my phone number or the company WhatsApp is there. So we try to
It's on the website.
on the
You could just-
website,
yeah.
so we attend people who get in touch with us directly, and we try to address always to our distributors depending on where they are.
Yeah.
So we address them to our networking.
Do you sell to end users, or you only sell through distributors,
Only-
wholesalers,
only distributors,
importers?
yeah.
So
We
you
don't
wouldn't
sell
sell
directly.
directly to an event person.
No. We would like to say that we grow in this market thanks to the
Right.
distributors
Definitely.
that we
Right.
have. So we don't want to cheat on them.
Right.
Not at all.
Thank
So,
you.
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
for
We
sure, no.
appreciate that.
No
cheating.
We are here because of you guys. In terms of thanks to the work that you do for Malima and Malima, that's for you. We can continue in long-term relationships. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Well, tell Fern to take good care of us.
Okay, I will.
Pégale.
Pégalo.
Señores y señoras, ha sido un gran episodio de Dos Gordos Hablando Flores, a donde siempre te vamos a dar el bueno, el bonito y el malo de las flores. Joel, Ryan, me, Mike, Señor Malo, David, thank you for listening.